A man pours superglue onto the head of a sleeping university student on a public bus, and it's not his first offense. How does someone escalate to this kind of public assault, and more importantly, why? On the 16th of May 2025, 53-year-old Jimmy Wong Kok Chyn was sentenced to 31 days in jail. His crime? A shocking and utterly bizarre act of pouring superglue on the head of a sleeping 29-year-old National University of Singapore, NUS student during a routine bus ride. The incident happened on SBS Transit Bus Service 33 at about 1:50 p.m. on the 19th of September 2024. The victim had dozed off. He woke up suddenly to feel something wet on his head, only to discover his hair and shirt had been doused in superglue. Let's take a moment to process that. Not water. Not coffee. Superglue. And by the time he reported it to the driver, Wong had already quietly exited the bus. The victim tried to wash off the glue for 20 minutes, but it was futile. In the end, he had to cut off his hair and discard his stained shirt. And for what? A senseless, humiliating attack that came out of nowhere. But here's where it gets darker. This wasn't Wong's first time targeting a sleeping commuter. Just 5 months earlier, on the 15th of April 2024, Wong struck again, this time aboard bus service 183. It was nearly 9 p.m. when he found an 18-year-old girl asleep on the upper deck. He reached into her bag and stole her wallet. He alighted the bus and disappeared, only to later return the stolen item to her residence on the 2nd of June, possibly fearing police action. Wong's pattern is clear. He targets sleeping individuals. Vulnerable. Unaware. Alone. That makes this case especially chilling. And if you're wondering whether this is just a one-off with a mentally unstable individual, it's not. Wong had just been released from a previous sentence. In fact, he committed the wallet theft on the last day of his remission period. In court, District Judge Paul Kwan called the superglue attack bizarre. Rightfully so. What if the glue had entered the victim's eyes? What if his eyelids had been glued shut? It's not just disgusting, it's dangerous. As for the theft, the judge noted the severe inconvenience caused to the young female student, who had to replace her NRIC and student pass. These aren't just physical items, they're essential to everyday life in Singapore. And losing them means time, money, and emotional distress. Wong pleaded guilty to both charges. He admitted to his wrongdoing and asked for forgiveness. But the judge was clear, 31 days in prison, including an extra day for breaching his conditional remission. The message was unambiguous: reoffend again, and the sentence will be heavier. So let's open this up to you, the audience. Should repeat offenders like Wong face longer jail terms from the start? Are our public buses safe enough for commuters, especially when they're most vulnerable, like when they're asleep? And what more can be done to monitor people who are clearly not rehabilitating? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should Singapore's justice system take a firmer stand? Or is rehabilitation still the better path forward? Like, share, and subscribe to 2230 if you believe in keeping our public spaces safe, and stay with us as we break down stories that matter to your daily life in Singapore.